What if a portable missile team could challenge a stealth aircraft by receiving guidance from a much larger network? New PLA footage presents exactly that idea through a carefully coordinated nighttime exercise. In this video, we will examine what the demonstration showed, how infrared guidance and the HQ-16 system work together, and what the test genuinely reveals about stealth detection. The demonstration began with several incoming aerial targets approaching an exercise area at night. Instead of assigning every target to the same equipment, commanders divided the task between different parts of the air defense network. HQ-16 units handled most of the approaching objects, while a portable missile team received a demanding assignment, intercepting a drone designed to represent a stealth fighter. That distinction is essential. The footage did not show an operational stealth aircraft. It showed a target drone following a planned exercise profile. The result therefore demonstrated a procedure under controlled conditions, rather than proving universal effectiveness against aircraft such as the F-35, F-22, J-20, or J-35. The portable team also faced a range limitation. Compared with the HQ-16, shoulder-launched systems operate across a much smaller area. Operators could not simply wait anywhere and expect the target to enter view. They needed information about its likely direction, then had to move toward a suitable position before the brief opportunity disappeared. Once the drone approached, two operators prepared to launch almost simultaneously. CCTV explained that precise timing was important because infrared seekers respond to heat. If one launch occurred too early, the second seeker could potentially become distracted by the first missile's thermal signature. Repeated synchronization training was therefore a central part of the exercise. After receiving the command, both operators launched within the required interval. The footage showed the missiles traveling across the night sky and reaching the drone. Chinese media described the event as the unit's first experimental tactical exercise built around this method. The most important result was not simply that two portable missiles reached one drone. It was that several teams performed different jobs inside one planned sequence. Larger systems managed the broader target picture. Information reached the mobile operators. Those operators repositioned, waited for the correct moment, and acted together. The exercise makes more sense as a network, not one portable launcher against one stealth aircraft. A short-range infrared missile cannot search a wide region alone. Its operator needs early guidance on where to look, move, and when the target may enter the seeker's view. The proposed process begins with several detection units observing the same area from different positions. Chinese expert Song Zhongping said this arrangement could exploit how an aircraft's observable signature varies with direction and sensor frequency. One sensor might receive little information, while another angle could produce a stronger clue. Combining those clues may improve tracking. That track can then move through data links to command units and mobile teams. The portable operators do not need to duplicate the entire surveillance process. They need accurate guidance to reach the predicted route before the target arrives. At close distance, their infrared seekers look for thermal energy rather than reflected radar signals. This does not mean stealth works only against radar. Modern low-observable aircraft are designed to reduce several signatures, including radar, infrared, visual, acoustic, and electromagnetic emissions. Official U.S. Air Force information describes this broader approach for the B-2. Heat remains present, but designers can reduce or redirect parts of that signature. Detection therefore depends on distance, angle, altitude, weather, background temperature, engine setting, sensor sensitivity, and the aircraft's defensive measures. The HQ-16 and portable systems consequently serve different purposes. The HQ-16 provides broader coverage and manages targets at greater distances. Mobile infrared teams at a close-range layer that does not depend on an active radar seeker at the final stage. Airborne early warning aircraft, passive sensors, and different radar bands could supply more information within the architecture described by Chinese sources. The decisive element is information fusion. A portable launcher remains limited if its operator receives warning too late or moves to the wrong location. When the network supplies a timely route estimate, that launcher gains a better opportunity. The demonstration presented this chain as detect, share, reposition, acquire, and intercept. Each link must function quickly. If any link fails, the final launch may never become possible. Why does this demonstration matter? The answer is less about price and more about how existing equipment gains value through coordination. A stealth aircraft represents an investment in design, sensors, software, maintenance, and training. A portable infrared system costs less and moves with a small team. If a wider network positions that team correctly, the cost difference becomes interesting. Mobility adds another advantage. Large radar and missile units need vehicles, power, communications, and prepared procedures. Portable teams can disperse across terrain and change positions. Their sensors remain passive while searching for infrared energy, so they do not broadcast a radar signal during final acquisition. This makes them a useful supplementary layer. However, low cost does not guarantee success. Short range creates a window that a fast aircraft may cross within seconds. Clouds, humidity, terrain, sunlight, heat, viewing angle, and engine power can change what a seeker detects. Modern aircraft may carry warning equipment and thermal decoys, while route planning and altitude can reduce exposure. The drone trial cannot reproduce variables. Its path was known to controllers, and the operators trained for synchronized timing. Public footage does not show that the drone matched a stealth fighter's radar or infrared signature, nor does it reveal performance when communications are disrupted, sensors disagree, teams receive incomplete data, or several difficult targets appear together. Claims about future LiDAR and quantum radar require caution. Researchers are exploring these technologies, but public statements do not establish that China has a quantum radar network able to track stealth aircraft. They are possible future components, not current proof. The article's Iran example also needs wording. Iranian sources claimed an F-35 was affected in March 2026. U.S. officials acknowledged an emergency landing but did not confirm Iranian involvement. That episode is not settled evidence for infrared interception. This caution matters for viewers. What the PLA footage supports is narrower and significant. China is practicing ways to connect multiple sensors, medium-range coverage, mobile infrared teams, and centralized information. The portable missile is the final visible element, but the network creates the opportunity. That systems-level approach is the demonstration's most important message. China's nighttime exercise did not prove that portable missiles can routinely overcome stealth aircraft. It demonstrated something more specific. A coordinated network may guide mobile infrared teams toward a predicted flight path and create a short-range interception opportunity. The successful drone test highlighted synchronization, data sharing, repositioning, and layered coverage. Yet the target was a surrogate, the conditions were controlled, and crucial performance details remain unavailable. Stealth still reduces detection across several signatures, although it cannot make an aircraft completely invisible. The real development is not a miracle missile, but China's effort to connect affordable equipment with a detection architecture. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Also, you can visit our website, spaceinews.com. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.